Welcome back to Creasonomics with your host, Mr. Gray. I just want to thank you for tuning in today, and I have today what is going to be some good and some bad news. So, what is the good news? The good news is, the potential good news is there may be a sneakers shop drop for the Jordan 1 trophy rooms. The bad news is it may actually only be two. From the sources I'm hearing from, a couple sources so far, is only 234 sneakers loaded up on the back end of the sneakers app. Now, what's good about that? The thing is we didn't actually think anything was going to load on the sneaker. So that, once again, this is what I'm hearing from my sources, and hopefully that is true. Even if it is, of course, we all have the chance of getting struck by lightning twice. While I don't know, we all have the chances of getting struck by lightning twice before we would actually get a pair. It's gonna be like the darn lottery. The bad news is, I know you're like, can it get any worse? It kind of can, and it kind of sucks. So of course, by now, if you are a sneakerhead and you've been following everything out on the sneaker web, you have already seen that several pairs of Air Jordan 1 trophy rooms have been out in the world, in the ether. And so that also means, of course, the Jordan 1 trophy rooms have been out, being sold. I mean, I was going to buy a pair that I saw in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then the person, the store that was selling had several pairs that I was going to buy them from. We just didn't come to an agreement on the deal of what I wanted to give for the sneakers. But anyway, supposedly there are about 2,000 to 4,000 left that belong to the trophy room. On top of that, once again, like I said, we know they were heavily backdoored. There's pictures everywhere, plenty of pictures with people with, there's a photo there's two guys, and it looks like they're in a room with at least 100 pairs of trophy rooms. But that's not only, there's also several other photos. So we know they were heavily backdoored, but apparently also, when I did show you, I don't know, it was maybe two trophy room videos ago, when I said Marcus Jordan had made mention to guys in Memphis are shiesty. Apparently, supposedly, 80% of the stock was stolen in Memphis, Tennessee. How true that is, I don't know, but it's big coincidence that he mentioned Memphis, and now that it's also coming out that apparently 80% of the stock is stolen. And for all the pictures that have been floating on the internet, it wouldn't be hard for me to believe that there's only 80%, that 80% was stolen, and that trophy room only has 2 to 4K. On top of that, apparently Nike is pretty upset with Marcus Jordan and his backdoor shenanigans. But so, and I'm just going to give up from the story from 2018. I remember in 2018 when the Jordan 5, I don't know if it was Blue Ice and the red ones, the two trophy rooms that released in 2018. I remember wanting to go to Florida when the store was actually there and pick up a pair. And I didn't make it, but I remember hearing from several people that for the people who were there, apparently you can buy up to only 10 pairs. So if you were in line, you could buy 10 pairs of trophy rooms. But from what the people were saying is people would buy their 10 pairs, put them in their car or wherever, then go back, wait to the back of the line and buy more. And supposedly apparently it's been a trend of Marcus Jordan, a trend of him not only backdooring, but having shady dealings when it comes to selling his own sneakers. Hopefully he's not watching this video, but if so, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's not like Jordan's paying me. I'm on their payroll, so they can't fire me. But anyway, it's not looking good for us guys. So for you people who have bought your early pairs, you may be lucky. The word also is there's apparent, and once again, take this part with a grain of salt. They're saying there's also a good amount of pairs that are fake out there. So it's scary to know that there's fake pairs going in also with the real pairs. One of the things that's been questioned is that, if you bought your pairs beforehand and those pairs beforehand say $170 on a box, but the pairs that Marcus Jordan is selling are going for $190. So what they're saying is, initially they were going to be $170, but then, I guess when several more than expected were backdoored and or stolen, he added the blue laces in and then charged $190. So that kind of differentiates between the two. So that may explain, for people who are like, oh, yours say $170 on the box, yours are automatically fake. So apparently there's a reason for that. So anyway, it would make me happy to know that maybe that all this information isn't true, but to hear it from more than one or two people makes it a concern. And especially the fact that, and it is a fact that there's 234 loaded on the back of Nikes. Will they shock drop them? I don't know, but I've seen that it actually shows, what you have. You got, of course, in my size, they got 71 loaded in my size and 10.5. The next highest pair is the size 10s. There's 51 loaded for them. And anyway, there's none past size 14 and none below 8.5. No, there's some. Oh, there's an 8. It's really slim pickings for small feet people. If you're size 9.5, good luck. If you're size 9, supposedly as far as sneakers is concerned, I'm talking about sneakers app, not Marcus Jordan. Marcus Jordan should have 2 to 4K in the store, which doesn't mean you're going in the store to get them. It means 2 to 4K to fight between bots and the rest of the world on his website. So I'm not saying this to disappoint you guys, because I'm disappointed also. Yes, even though I did pre-order, ideally I'd like to pay retail also. I just know after buying sneakers for so long, the chances of getting them for retail are so slim. Like I said, you'd be more likely to get hit by lightning 3 times. Just saying. So I apologize for those feelings I may have hurt. It's just going to be a tough day for all of us tomorrow. I'm just going to say, do your raffle and just hope the best, guys. And let's hope we get a shock drop. I don't know when it supposedly would be, but my guess, if there is one, it will be tonight. If they're going to drop tomorrow. Anyway, guys, find something to do. Hold the sneaker, guys. Because tonight, just grab one of your favorite sneakers and hold it close to you, because you're going to more likely be closer to the sneakers you already have than the Jordan 1 trophy rooms. That's just a fact. I hate to sound like a pessimist, but it is what it is. I'm a realist. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Mr. Gray out.